This is a quick demonstration of the consolidating groups and projects effort since the last update. And one of the major milestone is the acceptance of the architecture blueprint. Just to recap, we wanted to like identify or introduce a new model or object that basically a container of our features. We discussed many options in the MR, and the idea we agreed on is to use the namespace for that. We already have personal namespaces and groups are also namespaces. The missing link here is that project is not directly associated with any namespace. And so the proposal here is to introduce a so-called project namespace. And this way, when a feature is available for a namespace, they can be accessed via the personal namespace or a group or any project. If we go this way, and we did many proof of concepts during the discussion, and one of them to move or make epics available for projects. And just for a quick demonstration, this is only so there's no UI change yet. We only explored the idea, so try to like keep the change at minimum. So I need to like go to the Rails console to like create an epic that's associated with the project. So let me find one. And if I create an epic with the title project epic, and what the proof of concept did is that it created the epic association, so it no longer associated with the group, but with a more generic namespace. And here you can see that I set the namespace to the project's project namespace. And now we basically have the epic created, and this works pretty much the same way as previously. So if we check the namespace, it's associated now with the project namespace. And the benefit of that is we have already many functionality related to the project namespace, to namespace. And one of them is, for example, we already have like traversal IDs available for all these project namespaces. And with checking the parent, we get back the original group of the project. We associated that. I mentioned there's no UI change that, but we already can check it via the API. Some of the epics are created previously. So this is a group level epic. Here you can see that the group ID is set, but project ID is null. But if we scroll up, then we should find our new epic. Yeah, here the project epic, and the group ID is null in this case, and the project ID is set to 2. What we also did is I created an epic basically based on the discussion we had for all of the proof of concepts, and I set the task related to introducing project namespace and eliminating many of the duplications we have so far. I think most of the epic, most of the issues in the epic will be promoted to an epic itself. Now they are just a placeholder until we further investigate that. So, for example, one of the investigations we are currently doing is consolidating the group and project routing. As I mentioned, we have now many duplications in the code based on the routing. So we decided to like further explore this because this seemed like a bit more complex and involved than the others. And so currently the routing identifies the projects based on the group ID or the group path and the project path. So basically a pair. And we want to move to only rely on the namespace path, because with the introduction of project namespace, a namespace can identify the project itself, and we no longer need to like maintain this pair of group ID, project IDs. And so this is still in progress. I asked for review last week, and I received some which I need to look into. But I think that's it for the demo. And let me know if you have any question.